So I'm on my way home from walking from the mailbox, and I had to share with you, and I'm going to show you a picture, but my husband works for an Amish family. I told you that before. And he went to get into his truck, and there was a plate of cookies. Now, I know it's after Christmas when I'm talking about this, but he had all these wonderful cookies and a big bag of caramel popcorn in his truck when he went out there, and he brought them home. And oh my gosh, my mom was like, oh, she has a sweet tooth. She lives with us, and she's just like, well, I do too. We all have a sweet tooth, but we're all like, we want one. I said, wait a minute, let me take some pictures. So I got some pictures, and then I looked up 5 recipes. They are amazing. And most of them, what I noticed about the Amish cookies was that most of them are soft. I've done a video before about whoopie pies, and actually one of the cookies was a little whoopie pie, just a little one, like a cookie with the cream in the middle. So I'll just give you the link for that throughout the video. But I noticed all the cookies. Some of these are recipes that you've seen before, but what's different with the Amish, I think, instead of being like a crunchy, a hard cookie, they're all soft and really good. So like a soft molasses as opposed to that crunchy. I like them both, don't get me wrong, but that was something I noticed that was different. So I thought I would just share the recipes of the cookies that we got. And I know they're Christmas cookies, but it's after Christmas, but you can still make them. All right, guys, enjoy. I'll go ahead through those now. I wanted to start out with the full plate because that's how we got it, and it went fast. So I'm lucky I even got this picture, but you can see how yummy all those different cookies look on the plate. I went in and got some individual recipes, and I'll go ahead and put those in the description below. The first one I want to show is the cutout cookies. Now, I found 2 different recipes, and I just felt like I wanted to share them both because one is a sour cream cutout recipe, which the Amish tend to use, and the other one was called an old-fashioned cutout. So try them both, but it was very good. And of course, they're all decorated on top with the icing and the goodies and stuff like that. The second one actually was one of my favorites. It's a chocolate swirl cookie. But again, like I said earlier, I've had these cookies before, but they were crunchy, like a hard cookie. And these were very, very soft, and oh, they were so delicious. So that's the take I want you to get from that is that, the moisture in them and how they were cakey and not as much of a cookie. The next one is a chocolate crinkle cookie. And that one, after, it's really neat when you get the crinkle on a cookie, you just put a little bit of water on it, on the sugar on the top of the cookie. And when it bakes, it just kind of makes a crinkle. And then you can coat it with like a powdered sugar on top, and just delicious. There's a chocolate crinkle there. And I got another recipe for you. It's an Amish chocolate chip cookie. Now, something else that you can do, I didn't get the recipe for this one, but it also had an M&M cookie here, and it was more of an oatmeal M&M, but you could also use the chocolate chip recipe and put M&Ms on top if you don't like the oatmeal cookie. And I was talking to you earlier about the molasses. You can also make your molasses a crinkle like the chocolate if you want to put a little bit of water on top, or you can just make it as a flat cookie. The whoopie cookie, I went ahead and circled it on the plate. I didn't get an individual picture, but again, it's just like a whoopie pie, except it's only like 1 inch to 1.5 inches big. And so what I did for that one is I just gave you the recipe I made a video about whoopie pie and had a whole bunch of recipes on that. So go to that if you want to make a whoopie pie cookie, and just make your cookies smaller and don't make them into big pies like that recipe shows. So you make them any size you want. And the key is they're little like cake-like cookies, and then you fill them with a cream. And again, I've got all those recipes I've already posted before, so you can look at the link above. And after I took all the pictures, by the end of the day, this is what the plate looked like. It was gone. So these were delicious. I hope you can just get a couple of recipes in there and try them, and you can enjoy them like we did. And have a happy belated Christmas. Tell me if you've ever made any of those cookies and which one's your favorite. My favorite is molasses. I've always loved molasses cookies. Molasses crinkles, put a little bit of water on top and it just crinkles the top. Always been my favorite, especially at Christmas. You have a happy new year and stay warm, and thank you for watching, and you have a very, very blessed